Hello, I'm Mark Rary, Director of Secondary Education. We are going to continue our short videos on our new Bryan Middle High School, and we have our 612 administrative team riding along with us, and we're going to take you through a lot of the traffic flow patterns for our new building. So you can see right now we are on Fountain Grove Drive, coming to our main entrance off of Fountain Grove into our new facility. So you'll see here we have a left turn lane and a straight lane. We apologize for the construction equipment still around. That'll be obviously moved before the school year starts. But as you come to this first intersection, this is a way for you to make yourself into our staff and visitor parking lot. During morning drop-off and afternoon pickup, we are not going to be encouraging or allowing left turn into this lane because the drop-off process or pickup process is a one-way loop around much of this campus. So we will take you through that. So this is only for staff and visitor parking. So if you're going to visit our office, that is where you will turn in to go park and come in and visit us. So we'll continue onward here. We're going to stay in the left lane because the first scenario we're going to show you is a student drop-off. So as you're coming in the mornings, you have your student with you, you're going to want to be in our left lane here because as you turn left into this second entrance, this starts our one-way loop in front of our entire facility. So we will turn left here as if we're going to drop off a student. So as we enter this process, you'll notice some one-way signs that you may or may not have caught there. And as we start to approach the front side of the building, our sidewalk begins. You'll also notice that the lane splits into two. You have a curb lane and a left lane. Drop-offs for students will occur along this curb lane and along this sidewalk. This will allow students to use a variety of doors to enter our building. Right now, as we progress towards the front or south side of our building, we're staying in the curb lane, and we could drop our student off here, let them out, wish them a great day, and if we did that, we would then make our way into the passing lane or left lane to cautiously move around any other vehicles that may be dropping off their students at the same time. So students have a wide space for them to walk on the sidewalk and also a safe passing zone for our vehicles. We are going to encourage drop-offs anywhere along this sidewalk from where we turned in as far as you can see straight as we approach the end of our parking lot here. So I'm going to stop right here, and you'll notice as we get to the front of our building, we have an entrance here on what is the right side or east side of the point. That is our high school entrance. And as I pull forward, there will be flags here. The main entrance on the other side, or the left side of the point, the west side, is our middle school entrance. Students, regardless of their age level or grade level, are welcome to enter either door to begin their trek to their classrooms and lockers in the morning. Again, drop-off is on the curb side lane. We do have here, and I'll make note of this, this is our bike rack where any student wishing to ride their bike to school is able to park their bike and lock it up if they choose to do so. So as a drop-off parent or guardian, after the student has exited the vehicle and made their way into the building, you will notice that it comes back down to one lane. Again, this is all one way. So we lose our left lane, so our right lane and left lane merge, and we continue our one-way loop that will eventually take us back towards where we pulled in off of Fountain Grove Drive. So as we continue through here, we will pass on the south side of our staff and visitor parking lot, and we will continue one way along through our campus here. And you'll have some options as you get back towards our main drive off of Fountain Grove. So we'll make our way around and we'll come up to our stop sign. And what we'll show you as you come to the stop sign here, when you go back to head towards Fountain Grove Drive, you will notice a right turn lane and a left turn lane. Again, right turn lane will maybe be a quicker route, as a left turn lane will obviously have to wait for traffic on Fountain Grove Drive. So those are some of the options that you have as you are going to exit our campus. Now what we're going to do is we're going to picture ourselves being a student. If you pull in off of Fountain Grove Drive, as a student, you will not necessarily need to do a student drop-off by the curb. You would continue in our straight lane, so the right lane that we're unable to get in it for the time being. And our student lot is on the east side of the building. So what you would do is you would make your way through that intersection, and our student parking, which has a total of 146 spaces and 7 handicap spaces. You would enter here, and your closest main door, which we're going to pull up to, is going to be the Commons entrance, which is closest to our arts and our music rooms, and is the closest entrance to our Commons area. So a variety and ample amount of parking spaces for our students and staff members if they choose to do so. And the closest door available for our students is located just beyond those handicap accessible parking spots, and we are starting to refer to that as the Commons entrance. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make our way out of the student parking lot. You can envision this being maybe the end of a school day. As a student, you may be making your way to after-school activities or to work, to practices. You'll have some options available to you. If you turn right, that will take you back to Fountain Grove Drive. If you turn left, this has access around the north side of our campus to Center Street. So we'll point out some of the options you have as you make your way towards the north side of campus. You'll see our practice fields and green space off to our left right now and our west. So we're making our way towards Center Street, towards what will be the new Bryan Elementary. I'm going to stop right here and note this is access to Barrister Drive, and you can see they have gates in currently. Those gates will be closed for safety purposes, so there will be no access to Barrister Drive to eliminate any safety concerns going into a well-developed neighborhood. However, for riders and walkers, maybe some bikers as well, you'll notice there's a sidewalk starting here at Barrister Drive, and you can cross the crosswalk here and stay on the sidewalk on the north side of campus, which we will loop around and show you. Ends up connecting with our bus lot. So we are exiting towards Center Street right now, and we'll also note that drivers are able to enter through Center Street on the north side of our campus here and make their way towards the front of the building as well for student drop-off or student parking. So we're going to head back towards our new facility. And you can see our sidewalk to the left over there connecting on this side of the grounds. Again, our practice fields. Now, access where we are right now will not be accessible for vehicles. This will be for buses only. We're just coming along this way to keep our video moving along. So as we come to this side or the west side of our facility, if you look straight ahead as far as the eye can see, that is access from Fountain Grove Drive. Buses only will be able to access this part of the parking lot from Fountain Grove Drive. Buses only will enter and exit the route we also just came into this side. One thing we do want to note and show you is our buses will be able to park in a diagonal fashion to allow easy access in and out of their parking spaces. And we're going to loop around here. Any student grades 6 through 12 who chooses to ride a bus, after they exit the bus, they will enter our athletics entrance lobby. So you can see the doors there. That is our athletic entrance, and this is the west side of the facility, and they will be able to make their way to their classrooms and or their lockers from there. An important piece of information is any student in grades 6 to 8 who arrives prior to 7:45, we're going to have you report to the cafeteria for supervisory purposes, and then at 7:45, when the second round of buses makes their way in, begin to release you towards your lockers and to your classrooms. So we will swing around here and just show you the access point our buses will have from Fountain Grove Drive into this west lot. As we're making our way that way, keep in mind this lot is open after school and after buses have cleared out for events and activities. Obviously, if we have a basketball game or a volleyball game in the gymnasium, that will be parking available, or for our football games in the fall. So again, this is the access point that is not allowable for vehicles during school hours, but is the event parking for after school hours. One last item to note here, we are adding parking to the east side of our field house lot, and that is more available parking for staff and students and any event attenders. So if you have questions regarding any of these new traffic flow patterns, there's a mailing and a map that went home to you. And until then, we appreciate you riding with us. Thank you.